Okay. Brilliant. Hopefully that works. So if you want to start in a seated position, and we'll just spend the first few moments finding some space in the spine and just try and let go of your day so far. You can take a gentle roll back through the shoulders just to settle them down away from the ears. And bring some focus into the breath. Let's take a gentle scan through the body, starting with the head, and just sweep your inner awareness slowly from top all the way down, and just noticing how the body feels. Any areas that maybe need a little extra attention this evening. Or you just need to be a bit kinder to. Let's bring some focus into the breath. And just watch how it moves. Are there any restrictions in any area of the body? And then we think about pushing that breath down into the belly. So as the inhale arrives, the belly expands. And as the exhale comes, the belly contracts back in. This is a great technique for just calming everything down. Lowers the breathing rate, lowers your heart rate. Let's take one more breath here. And if the eyes are still closed down, softly flutter them open. Let's take a gentle inhale. You're going to sweep the arms all the way up. Breathing out, gently lower them down. Breathing in, sweep up. Breathing out, lower them down. Breathe them in. This time, take your gaze up to the ceiling. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale, gently draw down the center line. Flip the palms towards the front. Push the hands away. Drop your chin down to your chest. Breathe in, draw back into the chest. Breathe out, take the hands around behind you, interlace the fingers, pull down and away. Breathing in, sweep the arms up. Breathing out, left hand down to the hip. Right hand's going to come up and over. Take a breath here. Really feel those ribs expand on one side. Breathe in, sweep both arms up to the top. Breathe out, over to the other side. Breathing in, sweep both arms up to the top. This time, as the right hand comes down, you're going to sweep the arm over, and then you're going to cactus it back. Good. Breathing in, sweeping up. Breathing out, cactus down. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and out. Let's sweep both arms up to the top. Breathing out over to the other side. Breathing in, open the arm. Breathing out, flex it over. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Good. Sweep both arms up to the top. Bring your hands to parallel, your arms to parallel. Take the right arm over the front, and then the left is going to sweep up. So stretch out the right arm, that's it. And then you're wrapping the left up towards your hand comes in front of your face. Rotate the thumb down to the mat. Good. The arm that's straight is going to bend up, so we're coming into eagle arms. Take a breath in. Can you lift the elbows away from the body a little? Breathing out, draw them in. Breathing in, take the elbows away. Breathing out, draw them in. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, this time untangle the arms and stretch them out. Take your arms to parallel. And we do the same on the other side. So sweeping the left arm across, right arm wraps up. Squeeze the arms in towards the body. Take that thumb down and rotate it towards the ground. Good. Take one more breath here. And stretch the arms up. Release them down. Take the hands back behind you and just untangle the legs. So bring the feet so that they're in front. So bend up the knees, socks to the floor. You're going to take a breath in, take the knees over to the left. Bring them to the top, over to the right. To the top, and over, to the top, and over to the other side. This time, as you take the knees over, take the hands away from behind you and just lean ever so slightly forwards. My hands are on top of each of my knees just for a bit of support. You can place them onto the mat in front if that works for you. Just encouraging a little bit more opening into that hip. Good. Let's gently pull the body back up to the top. Take the hands behind you. Take the legs over to the other side. And then gently lowering down. Good. Guide yourself back up. Bring the knees back up to the top. Straighten out the legs. And just flex the feet one at a time, just to bring some movement into the ankle. Good. Let's draw the left knee up towards the body. Cross it over the top. Sit up nice and tall. And then your right elbow comes on top of the left knee. Left arm comes around behind. Finding a nice tall spine. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, take your gaze behind you. And if you want to push against that knee to draw the twist a little deeper, then you could do that. The leg that's straight, keep the toes awake. One more breath here. And then bring the body back to center. Untangle the leg. Take the feet a little wider and then just window wipe the feet from one side to the other. Good. Do the same on the other side. So draw the knee up, cross it over. The leg that's straight, keep the toes flexed. Breathe in, draw your left arm up to the top, wrap it over the elbow, right comes up and around behind. Take a breath in, finding some space in the spine. Breathing out, find your twist. One more breath here. Draw your body back to center. Uncross the leg. Flex the toes up towards you and sit up nice and tall. So find that nice tall spine. Take a breath in, sweep the arms up. Keep the toes awake. As you breathe out, we're going to come into a twist. So you're going to twist round to the right, opening the arms as you go. Good. Breathing in, take the arms to the top. Breathing out, take your twist on the other side. Breathing in, arms to the top. Breathing out, twist to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathe in, take the arms to the top. Then take your gaze to your right foot. Bend up the right knee slightly, and it might depend on your flexibility into the back of the leg here. Take the foot off the floor. Take your left hand to the foot. If you need to bend your knee lots, if the back of the leg is tight. And then see how far out you can straighten that leg. You could hold from the top if the side's not comfortable, doesn't matter where you can get hold of. So once you've got hold of that foot, you take the right arm and you're coming back into that twist, holding onto that foot. That's it. Take the gaze behind you. Breathing in, take the arm up to the top, and then lower the foot down and just have a little wriggle out of the legs. So we'll do the same on the other side. So breathe in, take the arms up, we'll keep the legs down to start with and just warm up with a twist. Breathing out, take your twist round to the left. Breathing in to the top, breathing out to the right. Breathing in, and then lower the arms down for a breath out. Bend up the left knee slightly, keeping both toes flexed up. Lift the foot, take hold. With the left arm, and as if you straighten, so push the heel away to straighten the leg as much as possible. With the left arm, you sweep up and around, finding your twist. Take one breath here. And then breathing in, sweep the arm all the way up and over. Release the foot from the floor. And again, just have a little wriggle out of the legs, bang on the floor, window wipe the feet. Brilliant. Let's cross the knees, across the ankles. I'm going to come long ways, just as we'll probably end up moving that way. And then roll forwards onto hands and knees as we come into all fours position. Keep it off. Okay. So make sure that your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in alignment. And the knees are directly underneath the feet. So let's take a few cat-cows just to get the spine nice and warm. So breathing in, lift the gaze, drop the belly down. Breathing out, round through your spine. Breathing in, lift your gaze. Breathing out, round through the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Come to a flat backed position and bring focus to the right hand. On the next inhale, the right hand's going to come up to the top. As we breathe out, we're going to thread the needle, allowing the shoulder to hover. Breathing in, unravel, take the fingertips up. Breathing out, thread it through. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, bring your hand back underneath the shoulder. Take the right leg out to the side. Lift the right hand. And we thread the needle in this position, nice and gently. Seeing how that back of the leg moves, how it feels. Breathing in, unravel. Breathing out, thread through. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Place the hand back onto the mat. This leg goes out to the side. Take it in front. Breathe in, sweep the arms up either side of your ears. Take a breath in, stretch out through the side waist. As you breathe out, you're going to take a twist round to the right, opening the arms as you go. Breathing in, arms to the top. Breathing out nice and slowly, round to the left. Breathing in to the top. Breathing out, open the arms. One more time on each side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, bring the hands back either side of the ears. This time, tuck the back toes. And take your left hand and your gaze down to your left heel. And just see if you could touch just lightly the back of the heel, stretching up through the right hand. If you're feeling wobbly, really push hard into your front foot to help with your stability. Take a breath. Breathe in, draw yourself back to the top, hands either side of your ears. Breathing out, place both hands inside of your foot. Allow the hips to come forwards a little bit more, being mindful that your knee doesn't go past the ankle. You can have the toes tucked or untucked here, whatever is more comfortable. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Allow the hips to settle. Let's ground down with the left hand. On your next inhale, sweep up with the right. gaze here could go up towards your ceiling or down to the ground, whatever's more comfortable for you. One more breath here. Release the hand back down to the mat. Breathe in, sweep both arms back up either side of your ears. Bring the palms to touch. Draw down the center line. You're going to take your left elbow on top of the right knee, coming into a twist. Push as hard as you want with the hands to deepen the twist here. Keep a breath that's nice and slow and steady. We're not rushing, we're just being mindful with the movements we're making and seeing how the body reacts when we do. One more breath. Breathe in, draw the body back to center. Replace both hands back down to the mat. This time, pick up the back foot. Can you reach around to grab? So I've got right hand on left foot, yeah. If it's not available, then just squeeze the heel up towards the glute. Or you could use a belt if you had real mission to get hold of that foot. Let's stay for one more breath. Release the foot. Bring both hands back down to the mat. Tuck the back toe. And on your next inhale, drive all the way up to standing. And breathe out, settle into the legs. Just going to adjust my camera slightly. Good. Take a nice deep breath here. Think about how engaging that back heel to push it away. If you're feeling really wobbly, then widen your stance. On your next inhale, you're going to take a twist round to the right. So breathing in, stretch the arms up. Breathing out, rotate the arms round, coming into a twist. Good. Breathing in, sweep the arms up. Breathing out, you're going to take your twist on the other side. Nice and slowly. Breathing in, sweep both arms up. Breathing out, take your twist once more over towards the right. Breathing in, arms to the top. Breathing out, over towards the other side. Breathing in, one more time. Breathing out, this time bring the palms to touch and gently draw down the center line. You're going to bring left elbow to right knee, coming into a twist. So taking a nice deep breath in, finding that space in the spine. Breathing out, left elbow to right knee. Keep the breath coming nice and slow. And release the body, place the hands back onto the ground. The foot that's at the front, let's take it back into a downward facing dog and just walk out the feet. Good. Let's find a moment of pause. The knees can be soft here. And it just gives the lower back a little bit more support. It softens the pose a little bit. Let's lower the knees down to the mat. Untuck the toes, take the hips back to the heels and come into child's pose. Allow the forehead to touch down onto the mat. And if you want to bring a little movement in, you could sway from side to side here. Nice and slowly. Giving the body time to check back in and see how it feels. Stay for one more breath. And then gently lift the body back onto all fours. With the hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. Let's take a few cat-cows just to unlock the spine. So breathing in, lift your gaze. Breathing out, round through the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathe in and come to a flat back. And bring focus to the left hand. On the next inhale, you're going to take the hand up, coming into your twist. Breathing out, thread the needle through. Breathing in, unravel the spine, take the hand up. Breathing out, thread it through. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Breathe in, bring the hand back underneath the shoulder. And this time extend the left leg out to the side. Good. Let's take that left hand back up into the air. Breathing out, thread it through. Breathing in, take the hand up. Breathing out, thread it through. Breathing in, one last time. Breathing out, thread it through. Breathe in, bring the hand back onto the mat. The leg that's out to the side, pop it in front, coming into a low lunge. Breathe in, sweep the hands up either side of your ears. Breathing out, we're coming into our twist. You can twist round towards begin with, opening the arms as you go. Breathing in, hands to the top. Breathing out, take your twist on the other side. Breathing in to the top. Breathing out to the other side. Good, one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, bring your hands back either side of your ears. Take the right hand down, take your gaze to that back heel. You could tuck the toes to lift the heel a little here if that's more convenient. And then stretching that left hand up towards the ceiling. One more breath. Breathing in, both hands back, come back either side of your ears. Rotate the body so it's facing forwards. Bring your palms to touch and draw down the center line. You're going to bring right elbow onto left knee, finding your twist. Pushing the hands together to deepen through your twist. Stay for one more breath. Rotate the body back to center. Lower the right hand down to the mat. Left hand's going to sweep up, finding your twist. Keep that breath coming nice and steady. And then can you lift the right knee off of the floor, right foot off of the floor? Is it available to grab the foot? The answer might be no. If it's no, that's fine. Just keep squeezing that heel towards the glute. Stay one more breath here. And then release the knee. Place both hands back down onto the mat. Tuck the back toes. And breathing in, sweep the arms up, coming into your high lunge. Let's take the back knee off of the mat. Brilliant. Settle into the legs, encouraging that back heel away. Take a breath in, stretch up with the arms. Breathing out, open towards the right. Good. Breathing in, float the arms up. Breathing out, over to the other side. Breathing in to the top. Breathing out to the other side. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Sweep the hands back up to the top. Bring the palms to touch over your head. Draw down the center line. Now you're going to take right elbow and twist through to left knee. Keep that breath coming nice and steady. The gaze here could either be down towards the mat or up towards the ceiling, creating a little bit more difficulty. One more breath here. Lower both hands back down to the mat. Take that front foot back into a downward facing dog and just walk out the legs. Brilliant. Let's release the knees back down to the mat. Untuck the toes. And let's have a more active child's pose this time. So you're going to keep the elbows off of the floor, but release the head down. And maybe this time you just roll that forehead from one side to the other onto the mat. Really feel where the breath is coming into the body in child's pose. So it's all in the back body. The tummy is squished against the knees or the thighs, so it doesn't move too much. You really notice the movement coming from the back of the body. Take a little check-in with yourself and just see how the body feels. We're going to stay for one more breath. And then nice and gently, when your next inhale arrives, draw yourself back onto all fours. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. This time, walk your hands towards your feet. So you're going into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Perfect. Relax the head. Let go of the arms and just be nice and loose. You can give the neck a little shake to make sure you're not holding on to anything. Keep the knees nice and soft here. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, gently roll yourself all the way up to standing. Once you're at the top, give your body a moment to just readjust. Obviously, all the blood has gone down to your head and now we've moved. Brilliant. Let's position the feet so that they are about hip width apart, as we're going to come into chair pose. So here we really want the knees tracking straight over the feet, and just be mindful that your knees don't knock in or start to go out sideways. So just something to think about. You're going to think about keeping that spine nice and long. Take a breath in, take the arms up either side of your ears. And imagine you're holding onto a really big beach ball. Then with your next exhale, take those hips back until you're into a position where you're quite comfortable. You're not pulling or pushing anything too hard here. Use your abdominals here to help support. And let's take a couple of nice, deep, slow breaths. Take your gaze to your invisible beach ball, or maybe snowball. Take 2 more breaths here. And then once you've done that, place your hands above your head, palms together, and draw down the center line. We're going to come into another twist. So this time left elbow comes to right knee. Perfect. And again, to deepen the twist, just push harder into the hands. Stay for 1 more breath. Take your gaze back down to the floor. Bring your hands back down, and then roll yourself all the way up to standing. Let's just roll back and down the shoulders. Good. Okay. I'm afraid we have to do the same on the other side. So take a breath in, draw your arms up either side of your ears. Take a breath out, take your hips back. Find your invisible chair. Stay for 1 more breath here. Bring the palms to touch. Draw down the center line. This time, right elbow to left knee, finding your twist on the other side. Good. Draw your gaze back down to the mat. Bring your hands to center, and once more roll all the way up to the top. Brilliant. So we're going to come into a little balance, and we might as well keep the feet as they are. I'm going to turn just for the purpose of being able to see what I'm doing. So we're going to take the balance onto the left leg. So find something in your room to stare at. That's kind of eye line, and that's what you're going to stare at. Let's start to transfer that weight over towards your left leg. So that's going to be your standing leg. And come onto the ball of your right foot. Good. Once you feel like that weight is fully transferred over, lift the right leg off the floor. Take your left hand on top of that right knee for a bit of support. The right hand is then going to sweep up and over, going behind you. So it's going to challenge your balance. If you can follow the hand with your gaze. Good, stay for one more breath. And then slowly draw that arm back over the top. And down to the center. Just have a little wriggle out the legs. Before we do the same on the other side. So when you're ready, start to transfer that weight over towards the right foot. Come onto the ball of your left. When you're ready, lift the left knee. And your right hand takes hold of the left knee. On the next inhale, or whenever you're ready, sweeping that left arm up and over behind you. And if you can take the gaze with you to look behind you, then brilliant. Stay for one more breath. And then slowly draw the hand all the way back up over the top and release the knee down, or the foot down even. And again, just have a little wriggle out of the legs. Brilliant. Let's turn to face the long edge of the mat. We might want to take a step to the front of your mat because you're going to step backwards in a moment. So take a deep breath in, sweep the arms all the way up to the top. Take a breath out, dive forwards, all the way down to a forward fold. Breathe in, come for a halfway lift. So place your hands on your shins, flatten the back. Breathing out, fold forwards. Bring the palms onto your mat and step left foot, right foot back into a downward facing dog. Hips up towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. Roll forwards into either a plank or a kneeling plank. Take a breath. Lower the knees down, lower the body down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and breathe in, coming up for a cobra. Take a breath at the top, keeping those shoulders away from your ears. And gently lower the upper body down. Take a breath when you're down. Just give the back a moment to just adjust. I'm just going to alter my camera slightly. And then place the hands back underneath the shoulders. Breathing in, come up for another cobra. This time, take your gaze over your right shoulder, seeing if you can peek at your foot or your feet. Breathing in, come to center. Breathing out, take your gaze over the other shoulder. Breathing in, come to center and lower all the way down. Make a pillow with the hands and just allow the back to rest. Take a nice deep breath in and slowly release it out. Let's roll over onto your left hip and place your left hand underneath your head. If you wanted to switch around so you can see better, that's fine. Take the top knee, the right knee in front of you. So my right knee is bent onto the floor, the left one is straight. And maybe this is enough and you don't want to do any more. The option to take it a bit more is to bend up the bottom foot and draw the heel towards the hip with the hand. Good, release the foot down. Roll back onto your tummy and roll over onto your other side. I'll just switch. So roll on to the right, place your hand underneath the head. Draw the top leg over the top. So the left knee is onto the floor, the right leg is straight. And again, give the body a moment to just adjust and see how that feels. To take a little more, bend up the bottom leg and take hold of the foot. Drawing it up towards the hip. Let's stay for one more breath here. And release that bottom leg. This time we're going to roll onto our backs. And let's keep the knees bent up for the moment. Let's draw the right knee up towards the chest. Give it a nice squeeze in. And then take hold of the ankle and rotate it so that the ankle comes on top of the knee. And then you're guiding your right hand onto your right knee. You can push it away to open up that hip a bit more. Now that the left foot that's on the floor, your option, if you'd like to take it, is to lift the left foot off of the mat and thread the hands underneath the left knee, drawing everything towards you. Stay for one more breath here. And release both feet back down onto the mat. And then we're going to draw up the left knee towards the chest. Give it a nice squeeze in. And then your right hand takes hold of your left foot and guide it, the ankle on top of your right knee. And if you wanted to increase the stretch into the hip, you could push that left knee away with your left hand. An option if you wanted a little bit more, take the right foot off of the floor, thread the hands through and take hold of either the back of the knee or the front of the knee, depending on what's available for you. Stay for one more breath here. And then release both feet to the mat. Take the arms up and over your head, take the legs long and come into a full body stretch. And then release the hands back either side of the hips. If you wanted to stick on extra socks or blankets at this point, you could do so. The perks of doing it at home. I'm going to put some socks on. Getting yourself nice and warm and cozy. So from this point on, there's nothing now to look at the screen. So you could close down the eyes. And bring all of that focus back to the breath. Really notice the way the breath moves in and out of the body. And let's take a gentle scan down, starting at the head. And just imagine that nice beam of warm light focusing on the top of the head. And as our attention and that light travels gently down through the body, I want you to imagine it warming each area and relaxing it as it goes. So we'll start from the top of the head. Gently working our way down through the back of the neck. Let's work our way down through the top of the shoulders. Through the upper back. Down through the chest. And sweep back round through to the lower back. Imagine that nice warm light really glowing and healing and warming the lower back. Allow the light to travel down through the hips and the pelvis, really relaxing and releasing as it goes. Imagine that light now traveling through the tops of the thighs, through the backs of the thighs, traveling down through the kneecaps to the front of the shins, sweeping around to the calves and the backs of the legs. It wraps around to the heels of your feet before slowly guiding up through your soles, before lightly touching on each of your toes. Allow that light to now travel and sweep all the way back up through the body before gently and softly landing back on the crown of your head. Focus onto that light. And maybe if it started as a bright yellow or bright orange light, allow it to slowly fade, its color, its brightness, until it's just a soft, gentle glow. If the mind has started to wander, draw it back into your body and into your room. I'm going to invite some energy back into the body by making some gentle movements with fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And you can deepen through your breath to really encourage that energy to come. You might like to think about drawing gently the knees up to the chest. Or the body might even be asking for something different. So listen to what it's asking for. And then when you're ready, roll onto your favorite side. And then when you're ready,
Gently push yourself up to seated. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Puppy dogs and all this evening.